Folks, let's get right to it. I'm Dr. Phil, and today we're talking about emotional manipulation, how to spot it and stop it. If you've ever felt like someone twists your words or makes you question yourself, this video is for you. Let's dive in and learn how to protect your peace of mind. Let's start with guilt tripping. This is one of the most common and subtle tactics manipulators use to control others. It's a way of making you feel responsible for their emotions, actions, or even their happiness. When someone guilt trips you, they're not just expressing disappointment. They're trying to shift the blame onto you, even when you've done nothing wrong. If you're always apologizing for things that aren't your fault, or you find yourself feeling anxious about upsetting someone over the smallest things, you might be dealing with a manipulator. They want you to feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, second-guessing your every move. Manipulators will often remind you of past favors or sacrifices they've made, making you feel indebted to them. They might say things like, "After all I've done for you," or "You owe me this much." This is designed to make you feel guilty for setting boundaries or saying no. Or they'll act deeply disappointed or hurt if you don't do exactly what they want. Their disappointment isn't always genuine. It's a performance meant to manipulate your emotions and get their way. Guilt is a powerful motivator, and manipulators know how to use your empathy against you. They count on your kindness and your desire to make things right, twisting it to serve their own needs. But remember, healthy relationships don't require you to constantly prove your loyalty or feel responsible for someone else's feelings. In a supportive relationship, both people respect each other's boundaries and communicate openly. If you're always feeling guilty, take a step back and ask yourself, is this really my responsibility? Or am I being manipulated into feeling this way? Self-reflection is key to recognizing when guilt is being used as a weapon against you. Awareness is the first step to breaking free from guilt tripping. Once you recognize the pattern, you can start setting healthy boundaries and reclaiming your emotional well-being. Remember, you deserve relationships built on respect, not manipulation. Next up is gaslighting, a subtle but powerful form of psychological manipulation that can completely warp your sense of reality. Gaslighting isn't always obvious. It can start with small comments or denials that make you question your memory, your perception, or even your sanity. Over time, these moments add up, leaving you feeling lost and unsure of what's real. The manipulator's goal is to make you doubt your own mind, so you become more reliant on their version of events. You might find yourself second-guessing things you were once sure about, or apologizing for things you didn't do. If someone repeatedly denies things they've said or done, even when you have clear proof, like text messages or photos, they may be gaslighting you. They might insist you're remembering wrong, or accuse you of being too sensitive or dramatic. Over time, this constant self-doubt can erode your confidence and self-trust. You might start to feel isolated, anxious, or even question your own worth. The manipulator wants you to depend on them for validation, making you feel like they're the only one who truly understands you, even as they undermine your reality. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Your feelings are valid, even if someone tries to convince you otherwise. One way to protect yourself is to keep a journal of events and conversations. Writing things down can help you see patterns and remind you of what really happened, especially when your memory is being challenged. And don't hesitate to talk to supportive people, friends, family, or a therapist who can help you reality check your experiences and remind you that you're not alone. Your reality is valid. Don't let anyone rewrite your story or make you feel small. You deserve to trust yourself and your experiences. Recognizing gaslighting is the first step to reclaiming your sense of self. By staying aware and reaching out for support, you can begin to rebuild your confidence and protect your reality from manipulation. Now, let's talk about playing the victim. Manipulators flip the script to gain sympathy and dodge responsibility. If someone is always the victim, ask, are they avoiding accountability? This drains your energy and puts you in a caretaker role. Stand firm to the facts. Don't let guilt or sympathy cloud your judgment. Compassion is good, but don't let it make you a doormat. Let's talk about a phenomenon that can feel magical at first, but may actually be a warning sign. Love bombing. This is when someone you've just started seeing showers you with overwhelming affection, attention, or gifts, making you feel like you're the center of their universe. It can be flattering, even intoxicating, but it's important to recognize what's really happening beneath the surface. If someone you barely know is constantly giving you extravagant presents, bombarding you with compliments, or making grand gestures right from the start, take a step back. While it might seem romantic, this kind of behavior can be a red flag. Manipulators often use these tactics to quickly gain your trust and affection, making you feel special and unique. The problem is, once you're emotionally invested, the same person may suddenly withdraw their affection or become distant. This push and pull dynamic is designed to keep you off balance, always wondering what you did wrong or how you can get back into their good graces. Love bombing isn't about building a genuine connection or getting to know you as a person. Instead, it's about gaining control and making you dependent on their approval and attention. Remember, healthy relationships develop gradually. Real intimacy and trust are built over time, through shared experiences, honest conversations, and mutual respect, not through a whirlwind of gifts or declarations of love after just a few dates. If something feels too good to be true, it's worth pausing and asking yourself why. Trust your instincts if you feel overwhelmed or pressured, and don't ignore any doubts you might have. Protect your heart by setting clear boundaries, taking your time to get to know someone, and remembering that real love is patient, respectful, and never rushed. Now let's talk about the silent treatment. Ignoring calls or shutting down communication to punish you is manipulative. This tactic makes you anxious and desperate for resolution. Don't chase after someone who refuses to communicate. You deserve respect and open dialogue, not emotional punishment. Stand your ground and refuse to play the silent treatment game. Another classic tactic is shifting blame. Manipulators never take responsibility and always pin things on others. This keeps you on the defensive and confused. Healthy relationships involve owning up to mistakes. If you're always the scapegoat, recognize the pattern and stop accepting blame. You're not responsible for someone else's choices. Let's wrap up with excessive flattery. When praise feels over the top or insincere, be cautious. Manipulators use flattery to lower your guard and get what they want. You might overlook red flags because of the positive attention. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, take a step back. Real respect is earned over time, not bought with empty words. Don't let flattery cloud your judgment. Now that you know the signs, put this knowledge to work. Set boundaries, trust your instincts, and demand respect. Don't let anyone make you doubt your worth. Share this guide with someone who might need it. Stay strong, stay smart, and remember, you're in control of your own story.